Hey there. It's Saturday afternoon. I've just gotten a good bit of work done, just put up the assignments for week 3 readings, etc. And I'm getting ready to go outside for a jog. I'm looking forward to the getting out, the being in nature, fresh air, the sun, that whole experience. And I thought, now might be a nice time to do a 5-minute practice. And rather than it being a getaway from my day, it's actually, as we're exploring, fundamental to my day. It also can be very useful, I think, for taking the knowledge and the information, the things that I've been thinking about, and creating a period of letting that sort of settle and sink in and absorb. And also have it where when I'm out and I'm jogging or I'm walking around, I can really be more fully there and less caught up in other things that aren't necessary and that might in fact get in the way of the richness of that experience outside. So I invite you, if you'd like to join me in this 5-minute practice. Also, I'm upstairs, and upstairs we have a chair, and that's where I like to practice. Downstairs I have a cushion, so I sit on a cushion downstairs. It's different, and I'll talk with you over the course of the semester about the differences. But importantly, I put a couple of pillows behind me because I'd like to have my posture be upright and stable. And if I'm in a couch or sofa or a soft chair like this and I didn't have that support, I might sort of sink in and it just would be harder. I'd be almost like muscularly struggling to maintain that more alert, engaged posture. Also, I live on the beach, and next to me I can hear people outside, some music, some chit chat, things like that. That's life. There's a dog in the apartment next to ours or the unit next to ours that occasionally will bark. That's life. And importantly, like we talked about with those footsteps, is it a dog barking? Is it people having fun or talking or whatever? Or is it, ugh, I can't believe they're talking and making noise. Why are they talking so loud, right? The story. Ugh, I can't believe that dog's barking. Why can't they figure out a way to have their dog not bark? Put him in a further away room. The story. And for my purposes, for our purposes, I can more fully settle into the practice by noticing the story and saying, there's a story. Let me come back to the breath. And those stories are just like the myriad other thoughts and experiences that we will have during even a 5-minute practice that could get in the way if we resist it, or could be brought into, and as we're exploring, enrich our capacity to be present for the moments of our life. Whether they're as wonderful and joyful as being in a safe apartment on the beach with somebody's dog that makes their family happy and is a sweet little dog, and people outside who are having fun, knowing that everyone's life is a little bit turned upside down, right? Or whether we find ourselves in the courtroom or in the classroom or in a difficult conversation. And so this time that I'm taking, that perhaps we're going to take together, 5 minutes, is meant to be an end in itself, meaningful, just a way of spending 5 more minutes of my life. And also can be a means to an end, cultivating and developing that which we're exploring, being more mindfully aware, a little bit more present, engaged, given this fascinating organ, the brain, and the ways it can serve us so well and can sometimes get in the way. So with that, let us bring ourselves into a posture that's upright and stable. As we lower or close our eyes, whichever you prefer, resting attention on the sensations of the body sitting. Aware of where our bottom makes contact with the cushion, the chair, the seat beneath us. Aware of the sensations of where our back may make contact with the back of the chair or cushion behind us. As we breathe. Aware of our hands and fingers, fingertips, the sensations, the tingling, the numbness, whatever it is that we notice when we direct our attention to this part of our body. Be our hands resting on our lap, or thighs, or by our side. And so we have this awareness sort of in the periphery of the breath, just humming along, doing its thing, while our attention is directed specifically in this moment to the sensations in and around the hands. Aware of the feet, the sensations of where our feet are making contact with the ground or our shoes, a rug, our socks. And of course, you probably notice that the mind begins where you point it, and then it begins to think about things, wander off, perhaps getting restless or bored, or perhaps locking in on those sensations, anything in between. We're just practicing here. There's no right way it's supposed to look or feel or be. It depends very much on how much practicing you've been doing. It depends very much on your day to day. It depends very much on you at this moment in your life. But it's sort of nice to have nothing to do while something very important may be happening. So we're about 3.5 minutes in. Give yourself a break. Settle in. If you miss the slower, deeper breath that we sometimes take a slower, deeper breath. We're beginning to explore how it can be relaxing, soothing. Breathing in and breathing out. And so too we can be aware of the breathing, whether we're deliberately slowing it down or whether it's just this breathing that's happening. And when our mind wanders and we realize it, we return to this breath. And when you're ready, if you choose to at this point, though you may want to wait a little bit longer and end on your own, but when you're ready, lifting the gaze, opening the eyes. As we close this 5-minute practice or mark it and continue on however you may choose. I hope you found this very much in my life, the way I bring the practice into my day, to be helpful to you. And I look forward to seeing you in the week to come.